It's Monday and it all starts again. So I'm Chris and I hope you're doing well. So what's the plan this week? Well, hopefully you saw my video on Wednesday where I got my London place, which is just fantastic. And hopefully you've seen the video that I'm working with breast cancer now. The only caveat is I've got to raise £2,000. So if you watch that video, I'm doing the London 50k ultra and 7.5 marathons in 7 days to raise the money. So if you can help, I'll put a link up there, or if you can share, it'd be appreciated. So what's the plan this week? Well, just to carry on with the 50-mile weeks, because obviously London training starts now. Yes, it's 6 months away, and yes, I've got to do the ultra and the 7.5 marathons before that, but for these 3 months I just concentrate on slowly building up my mileage, not at any given pace, just a nice easy pace, just so I can increase it safely. I don't know what mileage that was going to be because my body will tell me, so you know, I'm hoping it'll be 70-75. I don't really want to be doing much more than that, because the track's open as well at the end of this month, which I will be probably going kind of mid-April, once obviously my legs are recovered from the ultra. And then about 3 months from London, which is in October, I will be kind of homing in my training more towards kind of marathon training, but obviously I'll speak about that nearer the time. So hopefully you had a good weekend. Today, just getting some early miles on the board, between 10 and 15. Obviously I'll put it down there what I end up doing. Legs are feeling great. I feel like I could go for forever, but obviously time restraints because I've got to walk the dogs around about 11. So let's roll on tomorrow and I'll speak to you then. Cheers. So what's the plan today? 2-hour run yesterday, wanted to run on tired legs, obviously getting ready for the ultra and London. So 10-ish miles, maybe a bit more today. We're not looking to run anything special, just nice and easy miles, you know, just getting the miles in the legs and, you know, not putting too much strain on the body. But at the moment the body's feeling great. Another thing I've been using is isotonic drinks after last week's headache. I just buy the cheap ones from Tesco. I think it's 4 for £1.30 and they seem to be doing the trick. I just think to myself how lucky I am to run in places like this. They're stunning houses. I was also thinking that probably about a year ago I used to say, you know, I used to struggle running an 8-minute miling, but I think once you start upping the mileage and doing longer runs back to back, you don't really have a choice, because otherwise it just doesn't become enjoyable and then you don't get to, you know, explore fantastic places like this that you probably never would see unless you're upping your mileage. In this pandemic, we're just so lucky that we can actually run and get out, you know, for our mental health, exercise. You know, how many more people are running now than they did before this pandemic? So what we got to look forward to, races at the end of the year. As I mentioned, obviously London, which I'm always going to mention since it's been a dream of mine. And that race, oh my god, that is going to be absolutely amazing. Honestly, can't wait. Eleven and a half miles, done at 7:43 pace. Decided to up the pace at the end because I was just feeling good. So good run. Tomorrow will be a recovery day. Will probably be a day off or just a few miles just to keep the legs turning over. So I don't want to overdo it. So let's roll on tomorrow. So today's run done. Recovery run. Was planning to do 4-5 miles, but ended up doing 6.5 miles at 7:52 pace, I believe. Legs were feeling surprisingly good today, so outside of me thought, you know, maybe I should go on for 10, considering it's dry today and we've got rain coming tomorrow, or it's supposed to be rain today, but you know what I mean. So I thought to myself, maybe I could do 10, but no, it's supposed to be a recovery run. So I kind of had that discussion with myself and end up with 6.5. So really pleased with the mileage for the week, and definitely on for 50 this week, and probably just leave it at that, considering we got the ultra next week. So let's roll on tomorrow. You know, some days you go out for a run and you just think to yourself, maybe it's not meant to be. First step out the house, we got a little bit of a slanted bit and the kind of bush hangs over and it was a bit green, you know, that kind of slimy stuff. Fell over, lucky I didn't break my arm, and now it started raining. You know, you think, why? Anyway, the reason I stepped over is because I've got my trail shoes on. Also not very good on them slippery paths, because you go on runs and you run past the same place every time and you see a bridle path that's across the road and you think to yourself, where does that go to? Well, today I'm going to find out, and maybe you should do the same time. Let's go and have a look. So now I know where that went. Where does yours lead to? It's Friday and the week's done. Hopefully you can't hear the wind because it's quite windy today. Beat the rain and I managed to run 50 miles for the week. Did it in 5 days, which is, I've done that for a few weeks now, but it's 61.3 miles for the last 7 days. So feeling really strong. Legs feel alright. I could run tomorrow, but I'm going to take Saturday and Sunday off because I've got my first ultra coming up next weekend. So I'm going to take next week easy, maybe do 20 miles during the week, and then obviously the 31-ish to finish off the 50 for next week as well, because I think my legs are strong. I can definitely up my mileage, but I just want to get the ultra out of the way because there's no point in overdoing it before that. I also wanted to thank you guys for your support on the Breast Cancer Now. I've raised £500 in is it just about a week? Wow, that's amazing. I also want to thank you guys for your ongoing support watching the videos. Thank you for my channel members for giving, any YouTubers. Your links are down in the comments, in the description, and if you could just show your support just by watching their videos or subscribing to them, that'd be great. We've got another runners roundup tonight with Dan Runs and Ben Notley, which is always a good laugh. It's on Dan's channel again, because we're trying to get his viewer minutes up and get him some more subscribers, because I'd love to get him to his 1,000. So please check out his channel. And how's your week gone? Has training gone well? You got any races, up and coming? Let me know down in the comments. And as always, if you've got any questions, just ask. I will try and come back to you. And as per always, onwards and upwards, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.